Alright, peace. What's up? Assalamu alaikum, everybody. A little update. Alright, so I'm about a month away. Well, I'm a month away from my next scan and big meeting with all the doctors, with my team. However, I had to get scanned yesterday. I got scanned early because crazy thing happened last week. I'm trying to slowly, surely get back in the gym because before I was losing weight. Now I'm putting on pounds and whatnot. So I'm in the gym working out, and my left arm, that feeling you get after you work out real good, you nice and swole, but later on your muscles relax, right? My left arm never relaxed. It just stayed like tense, and so yesterday I went in. We called them over the weekend, and I called them up. I called them again, and they told me to come in yesterday. I went in, and they did an ultrasound on my arm, which was crazy. I didn't know you could do ultrasound on the arm, but they did it to see the blood flow, and sure enough, the blood flow to my left arm was restricted. Now they thought it could have been a blood clot, God forbid. And what ended up being the culprit, because after the ultrasound to show that there was some blockage somewhere, because when they did the ultrasound on my arm, they saw that the blood was sluggish, and then they did on this part over here, everything was running fine. So the culprit ended up being the port, that crazy port that people told me to get is freaking stopping my blood flow. So the plan is now on Monday I'm going to go in for the occupational therapy is what they call it, where they're going to try to loosen it up and get the blood flowing and whatnot. And if that doesn't work, then they're going to have to take it out. And I'm just not looking forward to more operations. But hey, you do what you gotta do. All right. So right now, it's not. I have this hoodie on. It's kind of hard to tell. It's not like grossly bigger than the other one. But if you look at it, you can tell the difference that this arm is bigger. Is bigger than the other one. So I don't know. Look a little crazy. Anybody ever saw that movie? What's that? The Lady in the Lake, I think. Anyway, I digress. What else is going on? So once again, thank you for the prayers. Appreciate it. And I have been, and my cousin Rick and Vera sent me these books, and it's been amazing some of the things that I'm learning. Also, let me backtrack real quick. A lot of people have been suggesting books that I should read. And the cool thing about this whole ordeal, if there's actually a lot of cool things that are coming out from my whole ordeal. I guess cool, enlightening, is that a lot of people, have a lot of my friends and family members have like this situation has pushed them to take certain steps in making sure that their health is okay. And I think that is such a blessing. So while folks are concerned about me, and they're coming across these different books on how to eat and how to how you're supposed to live and think and all that stuff, they're reading it and they're realizing that hold on, I know this will be good for him, but I could benefit from this as well. And I think that is so cool, because you definitely have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Any steps toward having a better lifestyle, any steps toward just being able to live the way that we are ultimately designed to live. And another thing I wanted to talk about, just hit on real quick, was just the whole this coming from these crazy books. It's real cool. All right, so there's a couple of books. I don't have them with me right now. I can't remember the name of them. But one book talks about it's very, very scientific. Oh God, it's very scientific. However, I mean, this guy was a scientist, and so you know how some people, you know, they can't help but to write a certain way because that's how their brain thinks. So he's like this geneticist guy. He's a scientist, a geneticist, and he talks about genes, and he talks about how people believe that the way you are is based off of your genes. All right, and he came to the realization that it's not necessarily the case. All right, case in point, you know how some folks are diabetic. All right, it's hereditary. So just because your father had diabetes, then you're gonna get diabetes, and your son will have diabetes, and his son, so on and so forth. So what he was saying is not necessarily the case. All right, even though yes, it is in your DNA. Yes, it's in your genes. Yes, it can be passed on. However, one thing that a lot of scientists and doctors don't account for is the environment. All right, because the environment plays a whole lot. So now when I say environment, not necessarily talking about the external environment, but I'm also talking about the internal environment. All right, because if your father, who was a diabetic, was throwing back Cokes every day, and constantly running, getting the donuts and doing this and doing that and all that, and the thing is, a lot of times when you grow up seeing your parent, eat a certain way, have a certain lifestyle, it's almost inevitable that sometimes you can follow along in the same footsteps. So if your father lived this unhealthy lifestyle and you continue to live that, you in turn live the unhealthy lifestyle, then you know what? Yeah, you're going to become a diabetic because you're following the same pattern. However, if you change that, then you'll never see diabetes. There's no way. There's no way you'll see it. And the thing is, he was saying that a lot of doctors don't necessarily account for the environment. So when it comes to talking about cancer and other diseases, a lot of people, doctors will tell you, you only have 6 months to live. You only have 2 years, and like these are the stories that I'm hearing at the hospital. You only have X amount of months to live, and then they come to either the cancer treatment center or some other place, and it's a totally different story because those doctors are basing everything off of these numbers, these percents of people in the past, but they're not taking into account that this person right here was already healthy. This person right here, maybe if they weren't healthy, they changed and they changed their diet up. They made sure they were doing this, they were exercising, doing all these other things. They're not taking that into account. So in a nutshell, he was basically saying that just because you have a history of something doesn't mean that you have to fall victim to it. It's your environment. If you create an environment where disease will thrive, then disease is going to thrive. If you create an environment, where you're healthy and you got, everything is running right and doing the right thing and you're thinking positive, and that's another thing. Oh my God. And I'm not going to get to that right now. But I'm telling you, man, I've been reading some heavy stuff about the conscious and the subconscious mind and how, you can, use that to aid in the healing, all that. I mean, maybe I'll save that for another time because I'm not ready. I guess I'm not ready to have that discussion yet. And I would love if anybody have some insight on that. I would definitely love to discuss that with you guys. I think it'll be real cool, real deep conversations out there. All right, so that's it. I'll be, hitting you guys up again. Everything is going well. Wifey's doing good. The kids are freaking loving school. I've been playing Mr. Mom, getting the kids up, dressing, every now and then brother, twisting locks for the babies, putting ribbons in the hair, the whole nine, man. Real cool, going to PTA meetings. I mean, so this is cool. And I think another blessing that's coming out of this whole thing is that I'm spending like a whole lot of time with my children that I didn't spend with them before. Because, I'm at work, I'm doing this. Sometimes I stay late, so on and so forth. And now I'm spending like just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful amounts of quality time with my girls, and it's just so cool. It is so cool. So, and I love it. 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 All right. That's it for now. There's tons and tons of stuff that I want to say, but I don't want to drag on too much. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the prayers out there that you guys are sending my way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And anything else I want to say? No, I guess that's it. All right, people. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.